Good day, dear students. My name is Rizaeva D.Sh. I am the teacher of Tashkent State Agrarian University. Today I prepared for you the theme under the name sugar beet. Today you will know all about sugar beet. You will do some tasks according to the theme and you will find out the new vocabulary of the lesson. First of all, let's see what new words we will pass today. Okay, here are the words like beet, root, concentration, biennial, to harvest, weed, viable, sucrose, hoe, crop, plough. Now your task is to copy them into your copybooks. If you finished writing, now let's pass to the tasks. Okay, task number 1. You may take the photo of the tasks and do them. If you finished the task, now let's check the answers. So, beet is a herbaceous plant widely cultivated as a source of food for humans and livestock and for processing into sugar. Root is the part of a plant which attaches it to the ground or to a support, typically underground, conveying water and nourishment to the rest of the plant via numerous branches and fibers. Concentration, the action or power of focusing all one's attention. Biennial, taking 2 years to grow from seed to fruition and die. To harvest, the process or period of gathering in crops. Wheat, a wild plant growing where it's not wanted and in competition with cultivated plants. Viable, it might be used for a plant, animal or cell. It's capable for surviving or living successfully, especially under particular environmental conditions. Sucrose, a compound which is the chief component of cane or beet sugar. Hoe, a tool with a thin flat blade on a long handle used especially for cultivating, weeding or losing the earth around plants. Crop, a cultivated plant that's grown on a large scale commercially, especially as real fruit or vegetable. Plough, a large farming implement with one or more blades fixed in a frame, drawn over soil to turn it over and cut furrows in preparation for the planting of seeds. So, if you checked your answers, so let's pass to the next task. Our next task is making the sentences with the new words. By one sentence on each word is enough. You may take the photo and do it. Our next task is matching the words with vocabulary. So now you know the meaning of the new vocabulary. Let's do another task. Our next task is describe the picture and try to tell or write what you know about this vegetable. So, what you can see on this picture and what do you know about it? If you have completed the task, let's get acquainted with today's topic. Okay, now let's find out what is sugar beet. Sugar beet is a member of the Chenopodiaceae subfamily and the Amarantaceae family. Is a plant which root contains a high concentration of sucrose. It's known commercially for sugar. What's sucrose? Okay, sucrose is a common sugar. It's a disaccharide, a molecule composed of 2 monosaccharides, glucose and fructose. Sucrose is produced naturally in plants from which table sugar is refined. It has the following molecular formula. Now let's again pass to the topic, sugar beet. The European Union, the United States and Russia are the world's 3 largest sugar beet producers. Beet sugar accounts for 30% of the world's sugar production. The next slide is about how to grow sugar beet. Sugar beet, like sugar cane, needs a peculiar soil and a proper climate for its successful cultivation. The most important requirement is the soil must contain a large supply of nutrients, be rich in humus, and be able to contain a great deal of moisture. The ground should be fairly level and well drained, especially where irrigation is practiced. The next slide is about cultivation of sugar beet. Okay, up until the later half of the 20th century, sugar beet production was highly labor intensive, as weed control was managed by densely planting the crop, which then had to be manually thinned with a hoe 2 or even 3 times during the growing season. Today, mechanical sowing, herbicide application for weed control, and mechanical harvesting have displayed this reliance on manual farm work. In most temperature climates, beets are planted in the spring and harvested in the autumn. At the northern end of its range, growing seasons as short as 100 days can produce commercially viable sugar beet crops. In warmer climates, sugar beets are a winter crop, being planted in the autumn and harvested in the spring. Okay, now let's pass to the next slide. It's about sugar beet and what kind of plant is it. Sugar beet is hardly biennial plant that can be grown commercially in a wide variety of temperature climates. During its first growing season, it produced a large storage root whose dry mass is 15–20% sucrose by weight. If not harvested during its second growing season, the nutrients in this root are consumed to produce the plant's flowers and seeds. In commercial beet production, the root is harvested after the first growing season, when the root is at its maximum size. Okay, if you carefully read or listen the text, let's pass to the next task. Now you should answer the following questions. Task number 5. Answer the questions. What countries are the main producers of sugar beet? What is sucrose and in what more plants is it produced from? Till what time the sugar beet was cultivated by human labor? What is the most favorable season for planting sugar beet? And the last question, why is the sugar beet called biennial plant? So you may write down or copy them into your copybooks. And now your home task. Your home task will be to think over and write down some information about sugar beet growing in our country. Is it grown in Uzbekistan? At what time of the year and for what? So, today's lesson is over. I hope you got some useful information according to today's theme. Thank you for your attention. Hope to see you soon. Goodbye.